Hello, this is Alar Basul with World in 2 Minutes, bringing you the latest developments around the world. Let's take a look at the headlines. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry arrived in Turkey to seek support for more military action against ISIS in Iraq and Syria. His trip comes after Turkey refused to allow the use of its southern air bases to launch attacks on ISIS. 10 Arab nations have agreed to help U.S. in its fights against ISIS during a meeting in Jeddah. NATO member Turkey did not sign the statement out of fear for the lives of nearly 50 Turkish hostages, including staff from the consulate in Mosul held by ISIS. British members of the Parliament have urged ministers to clarify their stance on airstrikes in Syria amid claims of differences between the Foreign Office and the Prime Ministry. Conservative parliamentarian John Barron said there were apparent disparities across government over whether such actions were being contemplated. According to the Baron, the US rhetoric on intervention in Syria was more hawkish than the UK was comfortable with. Ministers say a decision has not yet been reached. Sierra Leone's second Ebola treatment center is set to admit its first wave of patients this weekend. The white-tented site is built from scratch off a main highway a few kilometers outside the Ebola-ravaged eastern city of Kenema. The center has been built in the Red Cross in their first attempt so far to run an Ebola treatment facility. The center will hold 60 patients at full capacity. At a press conference in Berlin on Friday, German Interior Minister Thomas de Maizière announced that Germany banned images and activities linked to ISIS, including social media support and display of the militant group's signature black flag. De Maizière said Germany will resultantly confront ISIS as the group poses a threat to public security. He also added the ban on ISIS would be an important step in the battle against international terrorism. The Interior Minister expressed that German intelligence agencies believe that around 400 sympathizers of the ISIS had left the country, though some of them had already returned to Germany. And we have come to the end of another World in 2 Minutes. For more stories and in-depth analysis, you can visit tiatuworld.com. Goodbye.